Okay, I'm assuming that fixed it. Same problem as Wednesday. I'm now wondering if they changed something with the setup because second time. No? Audio, yes? Okay, cool. Yeah, it's the same time. I have this up. So here's what's happening. I normally start the stream and I have two browser tabs open that are both connected to my streaming software. Normally, I connect to it and everything's fine. It doesn't block. But now what I'm finding is whichever tab I open first, like tries to access the microphone. And so then when my second tab tries to access it, and that's the one that's I'm featuring, it prevents it. So it doesn't get microphone access because I can see my little volume meter over here spiking every time I talk because my mic isn't muted, but it's not getting through to you on the stream. So I need to change my workflow a bit because that's the second stream in a row where we started off muted. I promise we didn't have these issues before, but I will do better. We'll figure it out. Thank you for being here. And I started off the stream by saying, hopefully you can hear me. And then I was talking for 30 seconds or whatever to myself. Cool. So from the top, welcome to Dragnet Live from otrgold.com. I'm your host, Austin Vach. I'm wishing you all a happy Friday. I got a haircut recently. That's what's new on my end. And it is 65 degrees in Seattle, which forecasted for a high of 85. So, in true Dragnet fashion, we will start with weather report. Thanks. It's fun to see friends back in the chat. If this is your first time here and you want to participate in the chat, you need to be streaming from the OTR Gold YouTube channel. Yeah, this is a great comment right here. I thought you were 15 when I see without the cap, you're grown up. You know what? So this, I'm assuming it's my hairline. My hairline I've been blessed with this hairline since my youth. It's just crazy that it's like that. It looks like it's been receding. No, that's just been it the whole time. It's weird. But anyway, sorry for coughing right into the microphone. Let's see this. And I'm trying to do a better job of highlighting the comments that I'm responding to down below so you don't just think I'm like randomly going off on tangents. But if you want to participate in the chat and you're not streaming it from otrgold.com, or OTR, the OTR Gold YouTube channel, look in the video descriptions and you'll find a link to the channel. And then as long as you're subscribed, you'll be able to participate. Okay. Cool. So today we're going to be listening to episode 42, The Big Gangster. It originally aired on March 30th, 1950. And I'm behind. Sorry, I'm recovering from a cough, obviously. So apologies for going on mute and coughing up a lung, but hopefully I'll be fully recovered by Monday and we won't have this problem either. But yeah, we'll get started. This is the second half of the episode that, or the story that started on Wednesday. So if this is your first time, you want to go listen to that one, just go back to Wednesday's stream right after this. Looks like Joshua, it looks like Joshua is going to be in and out. That's cool. Enjoy your lunch break. We'll catch you in the comments perhaps afterwards. Also, I want to say tonight I'm thinking about doing another like game night, movie night thing. So I'm gonna try and start that at 6. So after this, keep an eye out for another like stream placeholder. It'd be fun to watch another movie. Okay, so let me share my screen. Let's go here. Humid and rainy in San Antonio. Thank you now. Okay. And I'll at the end of the episode, I'll share the historical context on this one. Hello and welcome to Dragnet from otrgold.com. This episode will begin after a brief message from our sponsors.
The story you're about to hear is true. Only the names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Fatima Cigarettes, best of all long cigarettes, brings you Dragnet.
You're a detective sergeant. You're assigned to homicide detail. A notorious hoodlum in your city has been shot to death. A gang war is threatened if his followers seek revenge. Your job, find the killers.
If you want a long cigarette, smoke the best of all long cigarettes. Smoke king-size Fatima. Fatima is the long cigarette which contains the finest Turkish and domestic tobaccos, superbly blended to make Fatima extra mild. And that's why Fatima has a much different, much better flavor and aroma than any other long cigarette. That's why Fatima has more than doubled its smokers coast to coast. So, enjoy Fatima, the best of all long cigarettes.
It's wise to smoke extra mild Fatima.
It's wise to smoke extra mild Fatima.
Dragnet, the documented drama of an actual crime. For the next 30 minutes, in cooperation with the Los Angeles Police Department, you will travel step by step on the side of the law through an actual case from official police files. From beginning to end, from crime to punishment, Dragnet is the story of your police force in action.
It was Saturday, July 22nd. It was hot in Los Angeles. We were working the night watch out of homicide detail. My partner's Ben Romero. The boss is Thad Brown, chief of detectives. My name's Friday. It was 10 p.m. when we walked out of the murder room at the Ferndale Sanitarium and went down to the end of the hall, the emergency room.
I'm sorry. I know this hurts. We have to irrigate the wound.
Where are the bullets that were removed from his stalling?
Right on this table, Doctor.
There they are, Captain Elliott. Thank you. Romero, you want to mark him for evidence?
All right. Doctor?
Yes, Sergeant.
Wonder if it'd be all right if we asked Miss Stallings a few questions.
I think so. She's still in a bad state of shock. If you'll be as brief as possible.
Yes, sir.
Miss Stallings, these men are police officers. This is Captain Elliott. This is Sergeant Friday, is that right?
That's right. It's my partner, Sergeant Romero.
Yes.
You were in the room when Gus Valentine was shot?
Yes.
Do you feel up to telling us what happened?
No. Excuse me, please.
Surely.
I have to paint this. Get the compress on it.
You were visiting
So
Valentine?
you better wait until the nurse finishes up there.
All right, sorry.
She got hit twice, just flesh wounds, but they're very painful.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
surely.
You're all right. I can reach it. There. All right.
You were in the room when Valentine was shot?
Yes, I saw it.
Did you get a look at the men that did the shooting?
I don't remember.
Did you describe them?
I don't know.
You sure you're feeling up to talking now?
I don't know.
Have you any idea who the men were?
No.
Maybe we can talk to you later.
I don't care what you do. I don't care what you do. You hear me? You hear me?
Nervous shock.
I'm sorry. We didn't mean to upset her.
You didn't. Thought maybe she might be able to help you a little, but I guess not. Better make it sometime tomorrow morning. She'll be all right then. Okay, thanks.
I don't know if I saw him. I don't know if I saw him. How should I know if I saw him? How should I know?
Let's go.
That's too bad.
Better have an ambulance move her up to county hospital. I don't think you should try to move her tonight. She needs a rest. All right, we'll have a detail of men stand watch here till she's moved.
What time tomorrow could we see her?
If you can make it close to noon, it'd be better. Good rest, she'll be all right. Better let me give you a ring. Right.
Could you give us her full name and address?
Yes, I have it right here. It's Ida Mae Stallings, 837 Downhill Street, Linwood.
All right, thank you.
Anybody else here in the sanitarium see the shooting?
Well, I saw the man. I couldn't describe them, just their backs as they ran down the hall after the shooting.
How were they built, do you remember?
About average, I'd say. Hard to tell.
How are they dressed?
One of them was wearing a hat, looked like some kind of summer hat.
Straw?
No, it was one of those, what am I trying to say? You know the kind.
Was it an open weave hat?
No, very common in the summer.
You mean a Panama?
Panama, sure, that was it. White.
What kind of suits did they have on?
I couldn't tell you. I was in my office when I heard the shots. I came out in the corridor. They were just making to the back door.
Anyone else see it?
Sylvia Proctor, the nurse who was in the room at the time. Why'd they kill her?
I don't know.
Any of the patients? Is it possible one of them might have seen him?
Yes, one of them did see something. Bert Anderson. Like to talk with him?
Yes, we would.
And down this way. He's in room 38, just down the hall from the shooting.
All right.
I should tell you, Mr. Anderson lost his speech about 9 years ago. He uses a child's slate to write on.
Why is he here in the sanitarium?
He's old, 73, lives on a pension. Except for losing his speech, he's as sharp as a high school boy. Hello, Bert. Sorry to bother you after all the excitement. Yeah, all right. We won't keep you up long. It's after your bedtime. Would you hand me that box of chalk over there?
Oh, yeah.
Bert, these men are police officers. I want you to tell them what you know about the shooting tonight. I thought you might have seen it. This is Captain Elliott from the homicide department.
How you do, Mr. Anderson?
And this is Sergeant Friday, that right?
Yes, sir. How are you, sir?
And this is Sergeant Romero.
How do you do, sir?
Where were you at the time of the shooting, Mr. Anderson? Sitting in here with the door open, huh? Did you get a good look at the men? What'd they look like?
Question mark.
I don't think he understands what you want to know. Yes, that's the trouble.
Let's put it this way, Mr. Anderson. How many men were there? Let's take one of these two men. Can you describe one of them?
That's the way, Captain. That slate's rather small, and he can only get so much on it at a time. He's like all of us. He wants to talk fast, and this is the only way he knows, so we have to make it easy for him.
I understand.
Built like the captain. Your bill, Skipper. Same man had a thin mustache. That's all I can tell you about him.
How about the other man, Mr. Anderson? Can you describe him? Please. What's that second word? I can't make it out.
Understand.
Uh-huh.
They were running very fast.
Thanks. Yes, we understand. Did you see the other man at all? Fine. What can you tell us about him?
All he could see was... man was wearing a hat.
A white Panama hat, Mr. Anderson?
He says yes.
Was there anything peculiar about the way they walked or ran? Did one of them have a limp, for instance?
Didn't notice anything. Says he didn't notice anything. Could you tell us anything about the men's faces? They passed by so quickly. I was worried about the gunshots. Yes, we can understand that, but do you think you could identify them if you ever saw them again?
He says he could try.
Could Mr. Anderson come downtown if we have a show up?
I don't see why not, but gets around fine. Now, he wants to know why they killed Miss Proctor, the nurse. He says she was one of his best friends.
We don't know, Mr. Anderson.
Says he wishes he could talk. Maybe he could help you more.
It's all right, Bert. You talk loud enough. Monday, July 24th, a roundup of all known racketeers and their gang members was ordered by the chief of detectives. 3 show-ups were scheduled, one at 10 a.m., one at 2, and another one at 3 p.m. The witnesses that we had were unable to identify any of the men. The incomplete descriptions we had of the suspects was not enough to help the artist in the crime lab to build a composite picture of the killers. No matter what approach we took, it seemed that we were getting nowhere. The immediate apprehension of the killers was not only important because of their danger to the private citizen, but because of the ever-present threat of an open shooting war between Gus Valentine's followers and members of the murder gang, whoever they were. 3:15 p.m.
I got it. Homicide, Romero. Oh, Yelly. All right, thank you. Crime lab.
They make a run on those slugs you got at the hospital?
Yeah, no match.
Oh, that's great.
How fouled up can it get?
Yeah.
Hi. Come on, Slow-Mo.
I'm with you.
Hi, Rambo.
Cromwell's message here to call you wire.
Well, yeah, I better do it right away.
Just so the skipper told Starmy me to work with you guys on the Valentine thing.
We can use all the help we can get.
Joe, you slide the phone over?
Oh, yeah, here you go.
What's the matter? Change your mind?
You let her ring once. She knows the signal. She's over at the mother-in-law's.
Yeah?
Mother-in-law's got lots of money and a limited phone. Let her call me.
You got any ideas, Earl?
Well, I don't know anybody who liked Valentine. A lot of them could have killed him.
Just got word from the crime lab. There's no match on those slugs.
And you didn't get anything out of the show-ups.
No, nothing.
Maybe that Stallings woman can give us something, huh?
You haven't been out there yet?
No, not yet. We've been sweating out the show-ups.
Strami and I read your reports. Rough go. We had an idea.
Yeah?
One of Vanstine's boys you didn't get around to yet.
Who's that?
Benny Davis. He was pretty close to him. Thought a lot of him. If anybody figures to take over his interest, it's probably Davis.
Well, you think advancement could have been the motive for him?
No, he wouldn't kill him. Anyway, he couldn't have. Just got in from Florida this morning.
That doesn't mean he couldn't have engineered it.
Possible, but I doubt it. Strami and I know his operation pretty well. Pulled him in on that Patterson killing 6 months ago. Checked back through his record. Never picked up carrying a gun.
Well, it doesn't mean he couldn't get one in a hurry.
We're not going to guarantee Davis, but I don't think he's your man, Joe.
You got a line on him?
Lives at the Churchill Arms out in Wilshire, near UCLA.
All right, we'll talk to him.
What was the name of that girl who was wounded, the one at the sanitarium?
Ida Mae Stallings.
We'll go out and talk to her if you like.
Fine.
Who's going to see the Stallings woman at the sanitarium? We are. The doctor just called in from out there. Oh, yeah? Says she got something important to tell us.
What do you think?
She ran with Valentine. She knew his friends.
Yeah?
Maybe she knows his enemies.
As we planned, Detectives Rombo and Stromwall went out to the Ferndale Sanitarium to talk to Ida Mae Stallings. Ben and I drove out to the Churchill Arms apartments to see Benny Davis, one of Gus Valentine's close friends. He left a message with the desk clerk that he would be at his tailor's most of the day. The clerk gave us the address. It was an exclusive custom shop on Crescent Drive in the heart of Beverly Hills. Franklin Smith Limited. It was one of those places that featured imported Scotch tweeds and fine English woolens.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. May I serve you?
Could you tell us if Benny Davis is in here?
Mr. Davis. Yes, sir. Third fitting room. To the rear, on your left.
Thank you. Come on.
Look at that brown cloth over there, Joe.
Yeah, that's Donegal tweed. It's nice fabric.
I had me one of them once. Wears like iron.
Oh, yes, this blue pinstripe certainly fits a great deal better than the brown one. You turn around. Yes, excellent fit.
Yeah, looks fine. I don't know.
Hang on, guys. Sorry, I realized it went out. I'm trying to fix it right now. I'll step back in the show. Okay, 1 second. Now I gotta.
Officers like to talk to you alone for a minute.
Here.
All right,
back
be
up a
finished in a
little
second.
bit.
That takes care of this one, Mr.
The Churchill Arms out in Wilshire, near UCLA.
All right, we'll talk to him.
What was the name of that?
Members of the murder gang.
Serve you?
Could you tell us if Benny Davis is in here?
Mr. Davis. Yes, sir. Third fitting room. To the rear, on your left.
Thank you. Come on.
Look at...
Oh no. Oh no. I'm seeing all the big somethings. My screen has frozen. So let's see if I can recover this. Okay. So now I'm going to. You can still hear me though, right? Like my audio hasn't gone out. There's a little bit of latency here, so I'm just going to keep going forward, hoping that everyone can still see me. I'm going to share the audio tab. Okay, so now we're going like this. Oh, man. Okay, every time I share the screen that I'm on, it is broken. Again. Stop sharing. It freezes, so let me try and share from a different one. Today's just not my day streaming wise. The new people here are going to think this is a train wreck every time. It's not, I promise. Okay, stop sharing that. Go here. Okay, sharing from a different tab, and let's see if this fixes it.
Hello and
welcome. What was the name of that girl who was wounded, the one at the sanitarium?
Okay, I think we're back in business. Just to recap, they were gonna go look for this gangster guy or one of the gangsters, mobsters, and they arrived at a tailor. The guy that they're looking for was at the tailor getting work done on new suits. So that's where we are. The big recap. But yeah, these are funny. The big train wreck. Sorry, guys. I got to get my act together.
Itemized Stallings.
We'll go out and talk to her if you like.
Fine.
Who's going to see the Stallings woman at the sanitarium?
We are.
The doctor just called in from out there.
Oh, yeah?
Says she got something important to tell us.
What do you think?
She ran with Valentine. She knew his friends.
Yeah?
Maybe she knows his enemies.
As we planned, Detectives Rombo and Stromwall went out to the Ferndale Sanitarium to talk to Ida Mae Stallings. Ben and I drove out to the Church Alarms Apartments to see Benny Davis, one of Gus Valentine's close friends. He left a message with the desk clerk that he would be at his tailor's most of the day. The clerk gave us the address. It was an exclusive custom shop on Crescent Drive in the heart of Beverly Hills. Franklin Smith Limited was one of those places that featured imported Scotch tweeds and fine English woolens.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. May I serve you?
Could you tell us if Benny Davis is in here?
Mr. Davis. Yes, sir. Third fitting room. To the rear, on your left.
Thank you. Come on.
Look at that brown cloth over there, Joe.
Yeah, that's Donegal tweed. That's nice fabric.
I had me one of them once. Wears like iron.
Oh, yes, this blue pinstripe certainly fits a great deal better than the brown one. You turn round. Yes, excellent fit.
Yeah, looks fine. Yeah, I don't know if I like that right shoulder.
Looks a little low, Mr. Davis.
Excuse me?
This fitting room's taken, gentlemen.
Benny Davis in here.
Yeah, what is it?
Wonder if we could see you alone.
What about?
Confidential.
No, Cedric, not like that. Pull the shoulder up. More padding, maybe.
Oh, do you think so? I don't know if I agree, Mr. Davis.
Well, you can see how it slopes off there. I like a good full shoulder.
Well, you've got a good full cut here. Of course, too much padding is going to ruin the line of the jacket.
I'd like more padding.
Yeah, very well. Number 2 pad on the right shoulder and ease the armholes.
Number 2 pad, right shoulder, ease armholes.
What is it, income tax? What's the secret?
We're police officers. Like to talk to you alone for a minute.
All right, be finished in a second.
That takes care of this one, Mr. Davis. You want 2-inch cuffs in the trousers?
Yeah, on all of them. Cedric, be sure to get these sleeves short enough. I'd like lots of linen to show.
Oh, yes, surely.
Now, if you'll slip on the green tropical.
Okay.
I'll take your jacket.
Thanks. Hey, want to tell me what it's all about?
Rather talk to you alone.
Here are the trousers.
Okay. Good-looking suit, huh?
Fine.
Yeah, get all my stuff made here. I'll let Smith here make you a suit sometime. Got a fine suit of clothes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Davis.
Is your jacket, Mr. Davis?
Right.
That looks fine. Yes, the trousers are just right. A little fullness in the back of the jacket here.
Uh-huh.
And take in the center seam.
Take in center seam. How much?
And trimmed. Here's the back.
Raise the back.
Shorten the collar.
Shorten collar.
It looks just fine.
That's a nice soft roll of the lapels, isn't it?
Yeah, good.
All right, Mr. Davis. Now, how about the white Palm Beach?
Nice Panama hat. It'd go good with that one.
I never wear 'em. I like a coconut palm with a wide puggree band.
Wonder if you could hold off the next fitting for a minute. We won't keep you long.
All right.
Any place around here where it's private?
We can use Smith's office. Okay, Frank?
Certainly. Go right ahead, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Which way?
Back here. Okay, what's on your mind?
Gus Valentine.
Yeah, that's a tough one to lose.
You got any idea who killed him?
We're working on it.
How do you mean?
Just that.
Well, that makes us even. There's only one difference.
Yeah?
We get paid for it. You don't.
We thought a lot more of Gus than you did. Any law against striking down the killers?
It's a law against shooting him down.
Tell that to the boys who cut down Gus. I don't think you can get to him without us.
We've done it before.
You're a little late with Gus.
We tried to keep him alive. We warned him for a month. He knew what was coming. We talked to him.
Yeah, he told me. A funny guy. He had a mind of his own. He had a reason for not telling you.
What was it?
When we get there, we can ask him.
You think you know who did it?
Won't be too tough to find out. Meantime, you can work it from your end.
And if you get to him first?
Maybe we'll give you a call.
Now, you listen, Davis. I'll tell you the same thing we told Valentine. It's not open season for murder. This town's had all the shooting it's going to have. Valentine's killer's going to go to the gas chamber. That's the only way he's going to go. You understand?
Nobody said any different.
All right. And you can tell us what you know.
Who do you think shot Valentine?
I can't be sure.
You've got somebody in mind.
There's a dame.
Who?
Audrey Thompson.
What about her?
She runs around with a couple of guys.
Yeah?
There's never any love lost between them and Gus. They were always talking big about what they'd do if Gus got on the line.
What'd they have against him?
Business claimed Gus was squeezing them out.
Was he?
I never knew much about Gus's out-of-town business. That's where these guys are from. They're new in town. Figured Gus was cutting them off out here in the coast.
Who are they?
Shaker brothers, Bud and Carl.
Where can we find them?
I don't know. They're in town somewhere.
What about this Audrey Thompson?
Nice dame. Hard to figure. Husband died a year ago. Real nice woman. Been doing the town with the Shaker boys. Nobody could figure it.
You think she's in on it?
No, but she could finger him if anybody could. Lives at 8700 North Serrano.
All right, Davis, thanks. What's the new wardrobe for?
Going east to catch the new Broadway shows leaving Wednesday.
Better hold off for a week, huh?
All right.
Come on, Ben.
Think he's got anything?
Could be. We'll run it down.
Now, wait a minute.
Yeah?
Sure do like that brown cloth.
It's nice.
Yes, gentlemen. May I help you?
How long does it take you to make up a suit?
Anywhere from 3 days to a week.
Uh-huh.
You interested in having us make one up for you?
Yeah. Yeah, how do they run?
Prices start from $175 and up. This Donegal tweed here makes up for $250.
Oh. Well, I guess not, thank you.
Wears like iron.
4:30 p.m. We drove out to 8700 North Serrano to the home of Audrey Thompson. There was nobody home. We went back to the office to check with Rombo and Stromwall. We drove in the Spring Street entrance of the City Hall garage.
There's Rombo and Strom. They must have just got in. Hey, Rombo.
Hi.
How'd you make out? Stallings woman tell you anything?
Well, we talked to her. Think maybe we got a lead.
What's that?
Girl around town by the name of Thompson.
Audrey Thompson?
Yeah, that's right.
What'd she say about her?
Said if anyone could put the finger on Valentine's killer, the Thompson girl could.
Benny Davis told us the same thing.
What do you think, Earl?
2 and 2 makes 4.
Let's find her.
You are listening to Dragnet for the step-by-step solution to an actual police case. Here, step by step, are the reasons why Fatima has more than doubled its smokers from coast to coast.
Step 1.
The name Fatima has always stood for the best in cigarette quality.
Step 2.
Long cigarette smokers discover Fatima has a much different, much better flavor and aroma.
Step 3.
Long cigarette smokers find Fatima extra mild. Fatima is the long cigarette which contains the finest Turkish and domestic tobaccos superbly blended to make Fatima extra mild.
And that's why more and more smokers every day agree
It's wise to smoke extra mild. Fatima.
It's wise to smoke extra mild Fatima.
yes, the name Fatima on that golden yellow package is your insurance of an extra mild smoke.
So enjoy king-size Fatima, the best of all long cigarettes.
5 o'clock Monday afternoon. We tried for 3 hours to get in touch with Audrey Thompson. A few minutes after 8 p.m., we contacted her landlady. She told us that the Thompson girl was out of town and would be gone for 2 days. She didn't know where she'd gone, but she told us that she would be back. We checked her apartment and found all of her clothing and personal effects. A stakeout was placed at 8700 North Serrano, and then we went back to the office and got out a local broadcast on Audrey Thompson. Tuesday morning, 8 o'clock. Ben and I met with Captain Elliott, Detectives Rombo and Stromwall.
Get a line on the Shaker brothers?
Located them at the Eagle Towers apartments. Got them under surveillance.
I don't think it'd be a good idea to pull them in yet. See what the Thompson girl has to say, then we can move on them.
That's what we figured.
Pull the packages on them?
Yeah, they both got fair records. Been up on 3 raps, 1 conviction, second-degree robbery in Tulsa. That's where they're from.
Couple of tough ones, always ready to use a gun. Apparently got a wad of dough somewhere. They've been throwing a lot of money around town.
Pick up any rumbles about them?
Well, we've been nosing around. We can't get anything on them for sure. They're not known around here.
Shown the mug shots of the Shaker brothers to Mr. Anderson at the sanitarium. The doc, too.
Yeah.
Looks like the guys to them.
Everything hinges on the Thompson girl.
Check her out?
Yeah, she used to be married to a newspaper man, Blaine Thompson. Died last year in an auto accident. No children. Went to high school here in town, local girl. Reputation's good all the way.
Why the sudden switch to tough guys?
I don't think she knows.
You satisfied Davis is leveling with you?
Well, if he's not, he did a good job briefing the Stallings woman. They both came up with the same lead, the Thompson girl.
We had him in on the Patterson killing. You remember that, Skipper? He cooperated then.
That time it was his skin. This time it's not.
Well, I laid it out for him. He's been told.
Now, how's it feel to you fellas? Pretty quiet around town?
Yeah, seems to be. I wouldn't make book on what might happen if we don't wrap this thing up quick.
I think after Joe and Ben gave Davis a word, he passed it down along the line. Anyway, there's an outside chance.
They just brought in the Thompson girl.
Send her in.
Right. In here.
You just sit there, Miss Thompson.
All right.
Our detectives Friday, Romero.
How do you do?
Stromwell, Rombo.
How do you do?
Guess you're wondering why you've been picked up.
Yes, I was rather surprised. I was down at Palm Springs for a few days. I don't often get away. My boss gave me a 2-day holiday.
What do you know about the Shaker brothers, Miss Thompson?
They're friends of mine. I go out with them.
We have reason to believe they might be mixed up in a murder.
I don't believe that. What's this all about?
The Gus Valentine killing.
Do you think they're mixed up in that?
How well do you know the Shaker boys?
Well, to be truthful, I don't know them at all, really. I met them at a dance.
Who introduced you?
Nobody. I go to the Brookdale Ballroom every Wednesday night with some of the girls from the office. It's open to the public. Carl Shaker asked me for a dance one night, and that's how I met him.
You ought to pick your companions a little more carefully. Both of these men have criminal records.
I didn't know that.
You've been out with them quite a lot, have you?
I've known them a little over a month, yes.
Have they ever said anything that might lead you to believe that they were mixed up in any rackets?
No, I never heard anything like that.
You're sure you never heard them discuss any business dealings of any kind?
Yes, I'm sure.
You've been seen in quite a few night spots around Los Angeles with them, is that right?
Yes, they always take me to some nice place.
Do you always go alone with them?
How do you mean?
Which one of them do you go with, Bud or Carl?
Well, I never really thought about it. Both of them, I guess.
When you go out, they never take another girl along the party.
No, just Bud, Carl, and myself.
You go to most of the expensive clubs around town, is that right?
Yes, like I said, we always go to some nice place.
Do you ever wonder where they got the money?
Well, they told me they worked for one of the aircraft plants.
I thought you told us they didn't discuss their business with you.
Well, I didn't consider telling me where they worked was discussing business.
Did you consider that an aircraft worker's salary wouldn't even handle the cover charge at most of the places they've been taking you?
Well, no, I guess I was having too good a time to question.
You see, Miss Thompson, you could spend a great amount of time with people and not remember things about them. Now, you sure you've told us everything you know about the Shaker brothers?
Yes.
All right, that's all. If you find out something you think we should know, we'd appreciate it if you'd give us a call.
Well, I won't be knowing anything about them because I'm going to stop seeing them. I didn't know they had criminal records.
That's entirely up to you. I think it's only fair to warn you that if you do have any information you're withholding, it liable you to persecution.
I understand. And I'm not going out with them anymore.
I wouldn't let them know you've talked with us. If they are the men we're looking for, it might put you in danger.
I'm not afraid of it.
Neither was Gus Valentine. For the next 10 days, Audrey Thompson, along with the Shaker brothers, was kept under close surveillance. It was obvious that she'd either lied to us or changed her mind. She continued going out with them. She was seen in all the important night spots around town. Thursday, August 9th, we met with Captain Elliott.
Skipper, maybe we better pull the Thompson girl in again for questioning.
Let's hold off for a few more days. I'm afraid if we bring her down here again, the Shaker brothers could get wise. Since she decided to ignore what we told her, they might get rough with her.
Why can't we move on them? Shake down their apartment. If we're lucky enough to come up with a murder gun, we can work from there.
I don't think so, Joe. The record and only one conviction. I think we'd be playing a long shot.
That's the way it looks to me, Earl. Maybe something will break if we can hold out just a few days more.
Yeah, being watched awful close. If they try to move in any direction, our men will be with them.
Friday.
Yeah.
Can you step out here for a minute?
Right. Excuse me.
Sure. Back when you're through.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. The lady out here to see you.
Thanks.
Mr. Friday.
Hello, Miss Thompson.
I didn't stop seeing the Shaker boys.
Yes, we know.
What you men told me a couple of weeks ago just made me sick. To think I'd been going out with these men, been seen with them. I've never done anything like that in my life.
Yes, ma'am.
I decided to try and find out what you wanted to know.
You didn't ask him any leading questions.
Oh, no, I knew better than that. Last night we were out and they had a little too much to drink and they got to talking.
Yeah?
I didn't say anything. I let them talk and acted interested.
Yeah?
I confess now, I'm terribly frightened. I spent the night with my sister-in-law. Could I stay here till you get this thing straightened out?
Certainly. We'll give you protection, Miss Thompson. Now, what'd they tell you?
First, they got to talking about some girl called Ida May. I didn't catch the last name. Said they wondered if she saw them at the sanitarium.
Yeah?
Said they wished they'd finished the job that night, whatever that meant. Then Bud said, I don't think she saw us or we'd have heard.
Anything else?
Yes. Carl said, did you see the look on Gus's face when we opened up?
Then what?
They laughed.
I had a stenographer take Audrey Thompson's statement, and I filled in Captain Elliott, Rombo, Stromwall, and Ben. We checked the stakeout on the Shaker brothers' apartment. The suspects hadn't been seen since early that morning when they'd gone in. Detectives Rombo and Stromwall, together with Ben and I, drove to the Eagle Towers apartments. It was 4:35 p.m.
Strummy and I'll go up the back way. We'll notify the men on stakeout to keep a sharp eye all around.
Right. Let's go.
Apartment 410 is the top floor.
Yeah, let's take the elevator.
Yeah.
Push 4.
Right. Just thinking.
Yeah?
That Thompson girl, long on nerve.
It's this way. Here it is. Cover me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Police officers. You all right?
Yeah.
Hit the door. Come on.
Windows open so far as gate.
Come on. There they go over by the ventilator. Watch it.
There's Strummy and Rumble coming out the door under the roof.
Rombo, watch it. They're up here. There goes one of them. Come on.
All right, hold it right there.
I give up. There goes the other one. He's making for that cable house. Stay with this one. I'll get him. All right, Shaker, let's put the gun away. You make a break onto the roof, they'll cut you down. Hold it, Shaker. Ah!
You all right, Joe?
Yeah.
Did you shoot him?
No, I was trying to make it to the roof. He grabbed that hot terminal over there and knocked him cold.
Oh, yeah.
Move your foot, will you?
Yeah. What's that?
White Panama hat.
The story you have just heard was true. Only the names were changed to protect the innocent.
On November 19th, trial was held in Superior Court, Department 89, City and County of Los Angeles, State of California. In a moment, the results of that trial.
It's amazing how many long cigarette smokers are changing to Fatima. Here is the actual report.
From coast to coast, king-size Fatima has more than doubled its smokers.
Yes, more and more smokers every day are discovering that Fatima is the best of all long cigarettes.
Long cigarette smokers find Fatima has a much different, much better flavor and aroma.
Long cigarette smokers find that Fatima is extra mild because it's the long cigarette which contains the finest Turkish and domestic tobaccos superbly blended to make it extra mild.
So enjoy extra mild Fatima. Best of all long cigarettes.
It's wise to smoke extra mild Fatima.
It's wise to smoke extra mild Fatima.
Adolph Bud Shaker and his brother Carl Shaker were tried and convicted of murder in the first degree. On recommendation of the jury, they received life sentences. They are now serving their terms in the state penitentiary. You have just heard Dragnet, authentic cases from official police files. Technical advice for Dragnet comes from the Office of Chief of Police W.A. Wharton, Los Angeles Police Department.
Fatima Cigarettes, best of all long cigarettes, has brought you Dragnet from Los Angeles.
Tomorrow, hear the Ronald Colemans in the Halls of Ivy on NBC.
All right. See that. Sorry for all the technical difficulties right there in the middle and at the beginning. Hopefully that didn't disrupt too much of the stream and you still enjoyed the show. Let's see this. Yeah, hang on. Let me just I'll address a few of these things real quick. Start with this one. I hope no one is being tempted to smoke by all the cigarette ads. Yeah, same Same. I like to keep them in for the historical context and just kind of like, it seems out of place. It's just fascinating to me. But, that as we learn new things, we change as a society. So, um, hoping I keep that in there, but we're not enticing anybody to do anything that would be bad for their health. Instead, drink some water. Okay. Let's see this. Have we all seen that Netflix is planning to open a physical store? I've not seen that. Oh, yeah, actually I've seen they're gonna sell like merch for their shows, I think. That's what I heard. Um and then this one, there was I can tell you this real quick. There was a question earlier from Addie about whether I'm gonna enable super stickers or not. And super stickers are just a YouTube feature that you can leave a comment and by contributing something to the channel, I think whatever dollar value you want, it then kind of pegs it at the top of the chat for a while. That's something I'm interested in doing. There are a couple other features that once you're a YouTube partner, you can enable on the stream that I plan to do, but I'm not a YouTube partner yet. And if anybody's tried to grow a YouTube channel, they know that um, you have to reach certain subscriber thresholds uh, and then watch hour thresholds. So we've hit the subscriber one. The threshold's actually 500. So we passed that a while ago. That's the first one you have to pass for super chats. And then after it's like 1,000 for the rest of the features. But in addition to that, you have to have 4,000 watch hours. So, and there's well over 4,000 watch hours on this channel, but only a subset of like viewing patterns count towards this. We're going deep into YouTube, like back end features. So hopefully this is somewhat interesting to everybody. But like the time spent watching this live stream doesn't count towards the YouTube threshold. Even like the people that are watching the 24/7 streams, it doesn't count towards that threshold that then once you pass 4,000, they will look at your channel and see if you can be a YouTube partner. So the only viewing that counts is after the live stream is over. If it's replayed, then all of that watch time is accrued. Or I take that back. I think the time spent watching when it's live counts as long as the replay becomes available. But for things like the 24/7 streams that just keep going, since there's never a video on demand version of that, all those hours spent watching that like doesn't count. So, which is fine, like I'm not in a huge rush, but that's why certain features that you might see on other channels aren't enabled yet here, because I'm not a YouTube partner, at least at this point. And we'll see what they say when they look at it, because my previous channel has well over 4,000 as well, but they look at it and for various reasons say it can't be monetized. So, but that's okay. Um, there are other ways to make this a sustainable business. I'm working on some of those because I wanna do this for the long term. This is fun for me. So that's a little bit of that. Let me go to the historical context real quick before I forget. And then I'll come back. So, as I mentioned at the beginning, the episode we just listened to was broadcast originally on March 30th, 1950. And the week before it was broadcast, the one of my favorite actors, Martin Short, was born in Hamilton, Ontario on March 26th. March 27th, WHAS TV, which is now Channel 11 in Louisville, Kentucky, started broadcasting. And on March 30th, Robbie Coltrane, the Scottish comedian and BAFTA-winning actor who plays Hagrid in the Harry Potter movies, was born in Rutherglen, South Lincolnshire. Thomas, correct me. Thomas and Sam, my friends from the UK. I don't know if Sam's here today. I probably said that wrong. My apologies, but I definitely know who Robbie Coltrane is. Anyway, those guys. Then let's see. I was going to check Ingrid Bergman. got married to Roberto R- Rossellini on March 24th. I said that backwards. She got married the week this episode was broadcast. And I think I covered it before, but she actually got divorced earlier that month. So she got divorced on March 1st, 1950, and then got married March 24th that same month, if this is accurate. She was previously married to Swedish dentist Peter, or Petter, there's two T's, Petter, Petter Aaron Lindstrom. And they were married for 12 years. Okay, and then deaths. Let's check deaths real quick. Léon Blum, French politician and Prime Minister of France, died March 30th, at the age of 77. So that's what happened in history those days or that week. I'm going to drop this in here before I forget. I like to keep a history of the things that we've shared on the channel. Going back here. Let's see. Planning on doing anything else with the OTR archive? Potentially. Like if I'm still trying to contact someone at YouTube and help and ask them to help me understand why they see my channel differently from some of the other channels that do old time radio content and are monetized, just because there's a big audience there. And some people have discovered this through that channel and come over, but there's, we're just below 4,000 on the OTR Gold channel, and we're almost at 50,000 on the other. So I would like to combine them at some point, but not in the short term. Let's see. May I suggest some horror on the archive? Yeah, potentially. Like, so that the archive, the challenge there, I'll tell you again, is because it doesn't make there's no way for me to make any money there, even to just like sustain the rendering costs. I spent several $1,000s rendering all those videos that are there, because I was using I didn't have a great computer, so I was using like virtual machines and online to render stuff. And so it doesn't cost anything to host on YouTube, which is great, but there is a cost and time put into creating all that content. So I was hoping that it would at least have returned something to like keep that thing sustainable and make it easier to add more stuff, so it just becomes a great library of things. But that's currently not the case. So I pivoted towards podcasts, which is why I talk about those down below, because they're much easier to create with the audio files, and you can still binge them and everything. So that's kind of what I pivoted to. But if you want to listen on YouTube and you really like it, then I would recommend the Old Time Radio Researchers group, because when I started the Old Time Radio Archive, they hadn't yet created a YouTube channel. And I was getting a lot of my content from them, because they make it freely available to the public, and they do a great job of curating it and everything. But now, in the 7 years since I started my first channel, they have created their own YouTube channel, and they have a bunch of series. It's not presented in exactly the same way, or in the same way that I would do it, or that I did it on the Old Time Radio Archive. But they have a bunch of great content, and they're awesome group. They do lots of great work, and they help preserve all these programs that we love. So, if you don't find anything on the Old Time Radio Archive, I suggest you go check out their channel. They will likely have it, or at least have some of what you're looking for. And I don't think they're monetized either, but just growing the subscriber count in that channel and helping them grow is awesome. I think they're like 30,000. Last I checked, they had like 30,000 subscribers. Let's see. Oh, I think it's from Addie. I didn't understand all that, but I'll listen to the replays. Hey, you joining these streams also helps the channel. I haven't hit the threshold yet because we haven't hit 4,000 watch hours on these weekly streams. The things that have taken us past the threshold are the 24/7 streams. Or the 24/7 streams get a lot of the watch hours, but they don't count towards that threshold. So don't worry about it. I don't want to. I'm not trying to game the system or anything. You just consume the stuff that you enjoy, and it will grow organically, and I'm fine with that. Thank you for being here. Okay, I think that's it. Last request. I'm going to be looking for where we can watch the full movie Laura online. I don't see, at least in the top search results, I don't see something on YouTube. I will continue looking though, and if I can't find that available on YouTube, we might grab a different movie to watch. But there'll be a movie tonight at 6. I already checked with my better half, and she says I'm free at 6 o'clock, so that's great. And then maybe this is something on Friday, since I like to show stuff I'm working on. I will share these with you. These are not my stickers, but there's a website called Sticker App that you can get you pay a couple bucks and they send you a sample sticker pack so you can see all the types of stickers they do. And so this is like a heavy duty sticker. They're kind of cool. They design these stickers to also talk about what type it is. So it's a heavy duty vinyl sticker. It's extra thick. This one has the pixie dust, like sparkly background right here. I'll show you a couple of these that I like. This one's it's a holographic, and it's got a nice satin finish on it. But I'm holding these here trying to think what would be great for some old time radio stickers, some OTR gold stickers. What type? This one is like, it's adhesive. It's a sticker. Trying to get you better things here. This is a paper sticker, craft paper, but it's got like a different finish to it. But some of these are cool. Like, here's kind of what I'm thinking right now, in terms of it's a glossy finish, but when you have like sparkles or stuff in the background, like some of these things, you can also put a color over it, so you get this metallic shine. Like, see the gold where it says "Dance the Night Away." If you think about this and the other ones, but this is the one I was thinking about specifically. You could have this gold part be gold color and shiny. So I'm getting some stuff in the mail. I'm like looking through and hear all the different types of stickers that these places can create. I'm just looking to create something that's fun, something that I want myself as well, because it's super easy to find just kind of cheap merch. But I don't want cheap merch. If we're gonna do merch, I want it to be something that like you get, it feels good in your hand, it works great. Like stickers that if you decide to peel it off something, it doesn't just shred. That's like my biggest pet peeve with cheap stickers, when they shred and you have to like get out rubbing alcohol to get the adhesive off. So sometimes stuff takes time to go through. It takes longer to do that. But that's my promise to you, that I'm gonna have like tested the stuff beforehand, and it's gonna be something at least that I enjoy, but before I launch it. So working on that. So stickers are in progress, but this is why I'm just like looking at samples and figuring out what we do. And then I am going to try and publish some previews of things before they launch as well, to get some kind of feedback from the community on if we're going down the right way or not. Cheap merch, great band name. That one's actually pretty good. Okay. Awesome. Well, again, happy Friday, everyone. Keep an eye out for another live stream tonight, where we'll be watching a movie, a classic movie of some kind, and maybe we'll play a little bit of Fast Facts at the beginning, because I had fun last time. I'm going to just make sure that the stream latency is as low as possible, so the game can go as quickly as possible. So keep your fingers warm. Do your little finger exercises so that you're ready to type and your brain is firing on all cylinders, and you can win as many points as possible. And I'm thinking too that as we once the store has different merch options too, I want to like do some giveaways, so there's actually some skin in the game for winning this thing. Maybe you if you win the game, you get a free sticker pack or something sent out, just ideas that I'm kicking around in my head. Last thing, actually, this is my last thing. Don't forget about the radio giveaways. If you are new to the channel, we got 3 of these little vintage style Bluetooth radios. I'll just turn one of them on so you can see the glow in the dark. But once we hit 4,000 subscribers, I'll pick one lucky winner. We've got Nell, and we have some past winners on the stream today, Nell and Keltoid. You can get one of these guys. Once we hit 4,000, I'm going to pick one lucky subscriber, and you get your choice of vintage style Bluetooth radios. They look great on your desk, and they're fun to. You can stream future live streams. You could listen to this radio and get the added authenticity of sitting around a radio. But great, cool. So happy Friday. Oh, film. Okay. So here's a confession. I can't say, is it noir? Like I always second guess myself in how I'm supposed to say NOIR. I think it's noir. Film noir buff. Happy Friday. Thank you for being here. I think this is your first stream. Cool. And then Keltoid saying they work great. He was one of the winners of the mint green one. Or one of the mint green ones. So I'm glad you enjoy that. Cool. Well, again, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the time. And I will hopefully see you later tonight. And if you can't join the movie night because it's crazy, different time zones, crazy time, that's okay. Thanks for your support of the channel. And hope to see you on our next Dragnet live stream, which will be Monday at 9 a.m.